Hello, how are you? I'm Monica Abdoe. Today I'm going to teach you about medios de transporte terrestre. This means ways to travel from one place to another on road. Welcome back to my Mexican Spanish classes. I'm glad you're here and let's get started. First we have the most common, a car, an automobile. The most common way to call it is carro or coche. If you want to be formal, call it automobile. Voice actors used to use the word auto, but in normal life, in real life in Mexico, you won't find so many people calling this vehicle auto. Most used carro, coche. Then we have la camioneta. This is el carro, el coche, el automóvil, el auto. This is la camioneta. In the north border, where we are close to the United States, is just the word troca. La troca. This is a mix of the English word truck and it is the word truck modified to sound in a female way. La troca. Now we are going to see one of the best inventions, la motocicleta, best known as la moto. You can see we have a word ending in A. It is a female. It's a female noun, but when we call it la moto, we have a word ending in O, but we still calling it la moto in female, with a female article. Instead of calling it el moto, instead of using a male article, why do we do this? Because the full word is la motocicleta. This is a contraction. So this ends in an O, which in most cases is the sign to know we have a male noun, but this is not a male noun. This is the contraction of a female noun. La motocicleta, la moto. One more is la bicicleta. There are many ways to call this, like la bici, la bica, la baica, and my mom used to call it la virula. Another great invention. This one was hard to draw. I have never seen this vehicle in other places, but it's very common in Mexico, especially in places like a ranch, like touristic places, like forest, mountain, beach. This is called cuatrimoto. This is la cuatrimoto. This is an exception. This is not a contraction of another word. It ends in an O, but is a female noun. Or you can just call it la cuatri. It's like a motorcycle, but bigger, and it's called cuatrimoto because it has 4 wheels, 2 in one side, 2 in the other side. Let's check another vehicle. Here we have a bus. This is el autobús. We usually use this transportation to go from a city to another. This is for long travels. We also have the concept of school bus, autobús escolar. We understand what it is, but we don't actually use school buses in Mexico. Each student must or each parent must solve in their own how to go to school. The most common solution is going using public transportation or going by foot, going on their own cars, but using a bike. If they are teenagers or older than teenagers, sometimes students themselves have a car, they own a car, or they own a motorcycle. This is only for long travels. Next one is el tráiler. This is for cargo, only for industrial commercial transportation. You can see it has an accent. Accents go on vowels, and it is used to mark the syllable you have to say stronger. This is el tráiler. Next, we have el camión. There are many kinds of camiones. You can hear out el camión de la basura, el camión de volteo, el camión de bomberos. They are big. They are not usually for passengers. They are more like working vehicles. Now, let's check el transporte público, public transportation. The most common, el microbús, also known as la pecera and el camión. This is an urban bus. This is the bus you take to go from one place in a city to another. Like going from the bus station to the downtown, or to go from a public park to your house, which is in another place. These are the most common ways to call this el microbús or only el micro, la pecera or el pecero. There is something very important in here. You can see this is la pecera with an S. And this is a very particular situation. If you search in a dictionary or if you type it in your computer in whichever you want, probably it will have an autocorrection is going to change it into pecera with C. That is because pecera is a tank where you put fishes inside. That's why it is called pecera. Peces. Pecera, a container for peces. But this is not a pecera, a fish tank. This is a pecera, a way to transport yourself from one place to another, and the difference is how you write it. Pecera, transportation. Pecera with a C, a fish tank. And this can be called camión. Camión de pasajeros. El camión de pasajeros. And last one, here we have el metro. This is the most similar thing you can find in Mexico. The most similar thing to a train you can find in Mexico. Trains in here are not used for transportation. Something particular. Now, metro has these wagons, and here in this extreme is a little section for the machinist, for the driver. You can find it only in big cities. This is not part of any city you can mention. Only very big cities have this option available. I hope this is useful for you. That's all for today's video. I'm glad you're here again. See you next time. Greetings from Mexico.